Okay, this is the second video in this AI series. I'm going to walk you through using automation and AI to generate copy and create it for you. So if you didn't watch the first video, go ahead and go back to that first video where I walk through all of the stages of agency operations that we're trying to automate here with AI solutions. So the next one I'll talk about, or the first one I'll talk about, is creative specifically. So what we did is we built a prompt generator where you input the type of copy that you're looking for, homepage hero text. You can choose what client you want to use. We'll use Tipsy Putt. That's a mini golf bar up in Northern California. So we'll use that as our example here. Angles, we'll come back to in a second. You can say what promo is it for. So let's just do Tipsy Putt general. And then we have this option for explicitly sell or don't explicitly sell. Let's turn that on. So we always put an angle in here. So before we run a prompt like this, we go to brainstorming. And we have this creative brainstorming prompt. And so what you'll see is it spits this out. How does it do it? We go through for every client and we map things out for them. Word you can't mention, the target demo, the tone and voice, the USP, the spokesperson, the geo, all of that stuff. We go through our expected outputs, the instructions, what we expect the outputs to look like, words you can't mention. We mapped out all of our promos with the goals, keywords you can't say, don't mention list, the websites, best headlines, all of that stuff. So then on the generator, we'll get something like this that we can plug into AI. We have been in the habit of using Gemini or Google Bard to do our brainstorming. Why? It's connected to Google, so it seems a little bit higher quality output. So you'll read through this and pick the angles you like. I only do one. Why? Is because if you give ChatGPT too much inputs, then it just like is too, general and not specific on any one theme. So we pick a theme that we like. Birdies, brews, and bragging rights. Let's just use that for example. So we put an angle in here and then we change this. Let's get some Facebook ad copy. So then we take this copy right here and you can just put it into ChatGPT or you can make a custom GPT for it. So you see we built out a lot of it, including one for Tipsy Putt. So let's use this one. So the way that we do it is we just put this into a doc. And we label everything with a creative variant number. I'm just going to do this as an example. Right. We do a lot of them, and I'll tell you why when we get this out. It's because we don't edit much. What we're looking for is, can we use this? Can we not use this? The strategy is just testing a higher volume of copy, right? If you're in an ad account where you're running one ad, test 3. If you're in an ad account where you're testing 3, test 10. The advertisers that scale the farthest on Facebook are testing 10 times more creative, and this is true on almost any ad platform, right? And now we have these AI tools that I'll talk to you in a little bit. You don't even need to vet it with live spend. You can vet it with a predictive model or something also in AI. So what we'll do is we'll copy this stuff out. And then whoever is the strategic lead on the account, okay. So what we do is we come through and we just strike out ones we don't like. See, see some of this I do like, some of this I don't like, but we just go, for example, I'm not really reviewing it for content right now. We just go through and say like, no. Sometimes what you'll see on here is I'll put a comment like this, like add to the block list. Okay. Now, if you're not happy with the output, that means something in the prompt is wrong. So what I would do in that case is I would come in here and I would maybe change this. Like, let's try like a sports coach. Same prompt with just that one change. And now you can come and run this and we label them. So it's like, and then we'll add another one down here that's just like spokesperson, local coach. And then by doing this, you'll get these things that you can test against each other, right? And so we A/B test these inputs all the time. Our philosophy is that you can systematize or taxonomize, is that a word? Your copy, right? Like almost like you're writing a recipe. Put in a dose of directness, use this voice, use this spokesperson, and don't say these words, do say these words, avoid alliteration, all of those types of instructions, and get an output that is right. We have tested this a year ago, over a year ago, because it was January of last year when we tested this. And the copy out of AI, some AI tools underperformed human copywriters. ChatGPT beat human copywriters. And so we've adopted this a long time ago. The performance using this copy for a year has beat our human copywriters who have 15 years of experience, right? And so we built our system around this quite a long time ago. And we're trying to improve the inputs that go into it. The quality of output on AI really revolves around the quality of your inputs. And so that's why we use this AI prompt generator to get better quality inputs in there, to split test our inputs every time. So we're getting better quality outputs over and over and over. And again, with this process, the most time consuming part is the revision or the editing, right? But as we get our prompts better and better, then we need to do less and less edits, right? And less revision. And the voice is getting better. The copy just sounds better. It's closer to what we're looking for. And so, yeah, that is kind of the flow that we use. This is still the flow that we use. If I were set up to system today, I would put a lot less in my prompt generator and I would put a lot more into the custom GPTs. So like some of this context, the client context, you don't maybe need to put in your brief, your prompt every single time. Maybe you just have that living in the automation in here or the custom GPT. So you don't have to do it. It works either way, but I think that AI has evolved in the course of the last year in a way that we could do this stuff differently and better than we did it before. But I think the variables are what we would look at again. If we were going to build it from scratch today, these same core variables would be what we built out in.